Hello everyone, welcome to our 2024 Term 1 Class 8 practicing video number 1. Now this is a new year and a new term in the first lesson. So welcome back everyone, and hopefully we can have a wonderful learning journey this year. Alright, the first thing in Class 8 is going through all the note cards. I believe by now everyone will have their own set of cards. So we have to separate them by the notes that we have learned already, which is on the line or in the space of music stuff, and those that we didn't really cover, like the later lines, the notes has extra lines on it. So you can put those cards away for now and concentrate on the notes that we have learned already. So the card is your first job every day when you practice piano. What you can do now is putting them in the pile. Quickly recognize the notes on the card. For example, this one is the triple staff line note. So think about the phrase that we use for the line notes. Elf's guitar breaks down Friday. And this note is in the middle line, so it's B for breaks. That's right. So this is the B. After you identify the note and locate the key on the piano, so it's the B that we call that B4. So it's above 7 steps above the middle C. C is here, middle C is here, and it's 7 steps up the B. So locate the correct key is really important, because normally we have our 88 keys piano, so there are 7 sets of C to B. We have to locate the correct keys. Okay, now once you recognize the card, put it away, put it on the other pile, and start the next one. If you see the space notes, it's the phrase for FACE, is the words for face. So the third space, C. So this C is the C5, which is a 1 octave higher than the middle C. If you start from the middle C, it's the next C on the right, and so on. Okay, so we have a triple staffs, and it also has a bass staff note. So bass staff, the line notes phrase is good boys deserve fine apples. So you need to use this phrase to locate the key and also say the later name of the note. Okay, some notes like this. This is a middle C for left hand. Yeah, find the key. So all the cards, I want you to go through them one by one and do as fast, as correct as possible. Okay, that's your first job. And secondly is the rhythm cards. Okay, the rhythm cards we also divide into 2 piles. One is the one that we're gonna focus on this term, and those we're gonna learn it later. Okay, now this week the really important one is the 16 notes, 4/16 notes rhythm. Okay, so each 16 notes has 2 lines, they beam together. Each 16 notes play a quarter beat, so 4 quarter beats together is 1 beat. So the 4/16 notes rhythm is a 1 beat unit. The rest of the rhythm we talk about today is all 1 beat rhythm. Okay, now today in the class we learn a new way of counting the 16 notes. Before we were using the superhero's name like Wonder Woman to develop a sound rhyme for the rhythm. But this term we start learning how to count it properly in music. So the first note is 1, second note is E, third note is in, last note is A. I have written the words down if you can see it. 1 E N A. So if you have a metronome, I want you to use it and put it on very low, like 30 or 40 speed. So it goes with your 16 notes, like 1 E N A, 1 E N A, 1 E N A, 1 E N A. So it can help you to keep the speed very steady. All right, that's the first one we learned. And this one, you can see slightly different. The middle two notes is combined. So the third note got eaten by the second one. They have a tie between the second and the third. Okay, so when we say this rhythm is 1 E A, 1 E A. The E gonna make it longer, okay, because it's the eighth note in the middle. So it sounds like this: 1 E A, 1 E A. Right. Now next one. These two are in a pair because they look very similar. All right. First one we have a 2/16 note and 1/8 note. Second one we have a 1/8 note, 2/16. So the first one, 1 E, and the A got eaten by N, so just one sound for N. 1 E N, 1 E N, 1 E N. Okay, now last one. Do you know which notes got eaten? Yes, the second one. So E, eat the E. one eat the E. I have to read it from the back. So the sound is 1 and A, 1 and A, 1 and A, 1 and A. Okay, now this week we have 4 rhythm cards that for you to go through. Try to read them correctly, and you can organize them into different orders and try to say it continually. I'm just going to show you one. So I'm putting 4 cards in a row. So I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, you can see there are 4 cards. Okay, so you're going to read one by one in a constant beat, which is like this. 1 N A, 1 E N, 1 E N A, 1 E A. So you go through all 4 cards in the same speed. You can rotate them, you can swap them around, create different rhythms. Okay, but make sure you use the constant beat. Okay, so that's the second one, second homeworks. Now we're gonna move to our piano. The first part is the technique book. Again, we're gonna do some finger exercises. So the first one we're looking at is piano book, page 6. Keep your balance. Right? So this piece, the right hand, we can see a very long slur. So you know we're going to use our walking fingers. And second, left hand is the chords. Okay, we also have some wrist. So the left hand is not holding all the way through, it's holding 3 beats and resting for 1 beat. All right, that's the first line. And second line, we can see small phrases. 3 notes, 3 notes, and 5 notes. Remember how we do the phrase? Using the slur, we play loud to quiet and left our hands. Luckily, we have a rest at the end, so you have enough time to get your hands lifted up and drop down slowly. Okay, now at the end, there are 5 note phrase. All right, I'm gonna play the whole piece. So listen first. the key thing for right hand and left hands play the first line is right hand keep walking fingers. And we don't want to get interrupted or stopped in the middle. So the whole first line is one phrase. Okay, and your left hand is resting on the wrist, lifting up. Okay, so watch again. Gonna do the first line. Up, up, and then here's a tie. Hands together. Okay, that's the first line. And then the second line, we need to work carefully on the phrases. Must let our hands up. Okay, so that's your first piece. Okay, and the second one we'll look at the popcorn party. Popcorn party is similar to the first one. Keep your balance. First line, right hand doing walking fingers, left hand doing staccato chord. Second line, we can see the left hand is doing walking finger and right hand is doing staccato chord. Okay, so I'm gonna play the whole piece first, and then we have a talk about each line. Okay, now the first line when we play, go slowly first and a staccato chord, jumping chord. Get the 3 finger down first. Okay, and lift the other 2 fingers up. Give it a nice and firm push. Touch, push, touch, push, touch, push, touch, push. Wrist, and then get the other 2 fingers 1 and 2. Ready? Touch, push, touch, push. Okay, now I'm gonna do the first line slowly. Right hand's very connected. Okay, and same thing, we're just gonna swap over on the second line. Left hand's doing legato. Right hand staccato. Okay, and this piece is in a C position, so not very hard. And next one, we'll have a look at the moonwalk on page 11. Moonwalk. Left hand staccato, right hand legato, walking fingers. Okay, so I'm going to try this one. Okay, this one's quite easy, but be careful with the flat side at the beginning. Remember to check if there are any notes that you need to play flat. Actually there is. Okay, so be careful. Find out which notes go flat and see if you can find that flatted note in the music. Okay, so there's 3 technique pieces that you're gonna do first, and then we'll have a look at the piano book. Here's a new homework in the piano book. It's called the Rain Rain. It's on page 20 over here. Right, it has a lot of staccato dots, so it sounds like the raindrop. Okay, quite nice piece. I'm gonna play it first. Okay, so this one, again, this is the F position. We have a flat sign at the beginning. Okay, so first right hand is for B, left hand is also for B. So if you see any B's, you have to play flat. We already circled some of the B's in the class, okay, but play it carefully. Just check if you get all the B's. Alright, so that's our first homework. Rain, rain. And second, we have another piece from the performance book. It's called Tap Dance. Okay, very lovely piece. I like the pictures. Dancing spiders. Okay, so you can see it's very jumpy. Alright, lot of staccato dot, and even the eighth note has a staccato dot. So this one I want you to go slowly. Alright, play very slowly and counting the beat. Make sure every note that you push your hands up, lift it up to make it jumpy. Okay, now I'm gonna play this one. Oh, by the way, this one is also has B flat for both hands, so be careful with the B. So the speed I'm gonna set, actually I'm gonna use the metronome, and I will set the speed I think I'll just try. Okay, so I will set the metronome to 72, and is quarter note as one beat. So I set the time signature to 4/4. Sounds like this. Okay, so I'm not gonna use the metronome and play the whole song, so you can hear the beating. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, right. So this one, the harder thing is to keep the eighth note and quarter notes continually played, okay, with no pause, no stop. So use the metronome is quite important. Alright, the speed I set is still, I will say, not very slow. So you may start from an even slower speed, maybe 60. One da, 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 wrist. Okay, sing along like this, counting the beat while you play. So keeping the time very consistent, that's really important in piano playing. Okay, that's all for this class. So we have a card, note card, rhythm card, technique, and 2 pieces. Okay, if you have other individual pieces, I will make a video for the individual ones. Okay, now happy practicing and see you next week. Bye.